everybody that's anybody in the music business perform live from Studio A.
It's Columbus radio at its finest.
They like it. That's where the support comes from.
I love WCBE, and I can't imagine Columbus without it.
We've got this new album to talk about. We'll see where it all started and his new release coming out, I think, red vinyl exclusive, but we'll get the skinny on that and give some tickets away for the show tonight at Natalie's. 8:30 showtime, 7:30 to get your seats, and details at nataliesgrandview.com. So what are you going to start us off with?
We're going to play a song called Better Than You.
All right, here we go. It's Phillip-Michael Scales, live from Studio A.
Let me in even when you wait too late. You take me out with that stupid face you made. I've been talking crazy. Well, since I met you, baby, I might just settle down. What? Man, you're crazy. Loving me ain't always easy. We traded tears and you still stuck around. So much fun in Natalie's tonight. Says some girls stay on your nerves, some girls stay on your mind, some girls don't seem to have a way of holding you up to the light. Some girls stay on your nerves, and some girls stay on your mind. Girl, you just seem to have a way holding me up, but no one does it better than you. Said no one does it better than you. Said no one love me better than you. Said no one does it better than you.
From Studio A with his band this afternoon. And if you're just tuning in, we'll have those tickets to give away for the show tonight at Natalie's. And you can also watch us live on Facebook and our YouTube channel. And let's see. So we've been playing that song, and then you recently sent us the latest single, I believe, Light Up the Sky.
I did.
So you're doing a series of single releases?
I am doing a series of single releases. Man, see, I'm not a radio person, so you tripping me up with all these tongue twisters. You do that in radio school, don't you?
No. I never went to radio school. I've just been here for 30 years. So
okay, fair
there
enough.
You go.
Fair enough. I'll take it. Yeah, I got some new singles coming out. I'm kind of leaking them out, but I made a whole album, and it's eventually coming out. But I feel like, I made this whole piece of work, and my attention span is terrible, so I would love to like sit down with vinyl and just listen to records. That's like one of my favorite things to do. Get a cup of coffee, listen to a record top to bottom. So this is kind of like a new way, instead of like, you know, holding it from everybody in the world. It's like you can have this chance, but you got to listen to it all the way through.
So what the red vinyl?
The red vinyl, yes. The album's called Good to Be Here, and it was produced by a man named Dan Nobler, who did a record for Allison Russell, and then he also did a Lake Street Dive record.
Yeah, we love Lake Street Dive too.
I know, right? So good.
Yeah. Well, so are you, and we're happy to have you here. And the show was canceled. This is a rescheduled show for tonight at Natalie's. Again, we'll have those tickets to give away, a couple pair after the next two songs. And well, tell us where you're based in Nashville now, everybody. Tell us where you grew up.
I grew up in Michigan. Yeah, so I grew up in Metro Detroit, and then I went to school in Boston for a minute. And then, where else did I go?
Was that the Berkeley School?
Berkeley College of Music, yeah. And then I ended up in Chicago for about 12 years, and now I'm in Nashville.
All right.
Yeah.
And you recently did a cool thing with the Wood Brothers. They were recently in Columbus, but this was a Chicago thing.
I did, yeah. Tomorrow night we're going to be in Berwyn area, which is basically Chicago, and I had opened for them over there. So
and it was a cool benefit too.
It was definitely a cool benefit. I believe it was raising money for the hungry, which is great.
So cool. Well, let's do our first giveaway coming up, and then we'll see. We'll talk about a relative that some folks might know.
Sounds good.
And it is Phillip-Michael Scales with his band this afternoon. And what's this next one you're going to do?
This next song's called Find a Way.
All right.
Knocking at the door, what I knew for sure blew up in my face. Woke up on the floor, couldn't take no more, my darkest day. But I can't lose sleep on what I cannot change. I chased the lightning, I got soaked in the rain. Danced with my demons till I couldn't see straight. Try to twist me, but I just won't break. I don't mind. I'll find a way. Before the bill is gone, gotta get it on, find that strength. What I chose was always close. Those highway lines make me feel so sane. I chased the lightning, I got soaked in the rain. Danced with my demons till I couldn't see straight. Try to twist me, but I just won't break. I don't mind. I'll find a way. Won't find a way. Find a way. Gotta find a way. Gotta find a way. Gotta find a way. Find a way. I chased the lightning, I got soaked in the rain. Danced with my demons till I couldn't see straight. Try to twist me, but I just won't break. I don't mind. Gonna find a way. Gonna find a way. Find a way, never leaves the same. Gonna find a way.
Charles and his band live from Studio A. That was Find a Way. And let's do our first giveaway right now at 614-821-9223. That's 821-WCBE for the show tonight. 7:30 seating, 8:30 showtime. And, well, maybe not a blood relative, but somebody you called Uncle B, and most folks will know who I'm talking about. One B.B. King. So tell us how, when you first met me, and why Uncle B? You were
when I
probably
grew
really
up,
little.
my aunt and had been friends with B.B. King for a very long time, and so he always called me his nephew, and I always called him my uncle, and that was just kind of how it was. You know, family is not always blood, and you know, so there's just, that's all kind of I knew. So I just grew up going to shows, and sort of as I got older and more interested in music, we just talk more and chat more. But like, you know, once I realized, I was like, oh right, now that I play guitar, like I realize how hard that thing he does is. So I kind of ran the other direction into songwriting, and you know, so he got older, I got older, and we'd chat, and we were still, you know, super buddies, just trying to make each other laugh. And then he passed away, and so I was looking for a way to sort of honor his legacy in a way, but also kind of still, you know, do my thing in the indie rock and songwriting world. So I call my music Dive Bar Soul. It's kind of a bit of that indie rock and a bit of that, you know, how do I put that? Sort of like passion of the blues, so to speak.
I love that.
Thank
Dive Bar Soul. We got it here this afternoon. And tell us a little bit about the time on Ellen, how that came to be, Ellen DeGeneres, when that was still going on.
You know, honestly, like that, there's a whole lot of like behind the scenes industry stories, and like, you know, all of the, you go to any bar in Nashville and they'll be like, oh yeah, that was just probably some guy who knew some guy. Literally, I just got a phone call from my publicist that was like, Ellen wants you to be on her show. And I was like, what? And she was like, yeah, she heard your song on the radio and she would love for you to come and perform the song in 2 weeks. And I was like, okay. So I was I flew to LA at the end of a tour I was on. I think I ended in Houston. I flew to Los Angeles, and a very cool fact about that was all of my best friends live in LA, and so when I was performing on the show, I was playing with all dudes whose couches I had slept on at some point before. Not because I was like homeless, but just because like I was crashing at their place. So, you know, childhood friends. So to be able to kind of make a childhood dream happen with some childhood friends is a really cool moment.
Oh, that is cool. And well, what's next? We've got Columbus.
We're gonna play a brand new song called "Light Up the Sky."
But before that, what's after Columbus?
I jumped the gun. I jumped the gun. My bad.
We're excited too, though.
I'm
to hear
so
this
excited
next song.
about this new song. After Columbus, we're going to Berwyn, and then we're going to go over to South Bend, Indiana, and then I'll be back through the area. I'm going on tour with Keb Mo in June.
How great is that?
Yeah, I got some dates with Eric Gales coming up. Yeah, so I'm going to be a busy guy.
Oh, well, congratulations on
Thank
everything.
you so much. I appreciate
So
it.
nice to meet you all. And
Thank you for being a fan. I appreciate that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Natalie's was like, hey, you got some friends over at the radio station. You should give them a call. And I'm glad I did.
Well, now we're friends.
We're
Right?
besties. Absolutely.
Well, guys, thanks again. And we're going to hear Light Up the Sky. And we'll do our final giveaway after this song. And let's hear it now, live from Studio A.
Toes pointed toward the road. Hard times picking at my bones. Pride might be the death of me, but I'm a lion, got a pride to feed. And I ain't scared of the unknown. Grab my boots from here to Rome. Putting on that magic show. Showed the was up my sleeve and all of them walked out on me. I guess I gotta do it on my own. 'Cause I'm hard-headed, hard-headed. I can't help this drive. Big skin's been wearing thin, so keep me on your mind. I could walk away if I tried, and I tried. I'm gonna light up the sky. friends checking up on me, man, how you been? You still steady? Homie, you already know. And I'm hard-headed, unleaded, I can't help but try. Big skin's been wearing thin, so keep me on your mind. I couldn't walk away if I tried, and I try. I'm gonna light up the sky.
Another